Reading culture back home, for those of you who live in the diaspora, is almost dead. Dead. D-E-A-D. Dead. My name is Kanayo or Kanayo. I'm an actor and a lawyer. Well, I'm neither a cat nor a dog, so I'm not in the animal world. But the fact of the matter is, in their nature, um, cats have never been friendly to dogs, and dogs have never been friendly to cats. So it's always this moment when they fight each other. So rhetorically, or an aphorism kind of, when you've been owing your landlord for a long time, as Pius Egbe had owed his landlord. Mike, the agent, comes to collect the money. He doesn't want to know whether Pius lost a son or a daughter or he's not been eating for 6 months. So he doesn't care. It's always been a breach of contract. So whatever story he tells, that's Pius tells, doesn't. It's like a dog telling a cat, I haven't eaten. The cat is going to fight him off and vice versa. So that's what that aphorism is, and that's what we'll try to create there, that there's always that unfriendliness. So Pius created the atmosphere that it doesn't really matter to the Mike, the agent, to the house, whether he's broke or he's not been doing well. And that's what we're trying to tell by the cat and dog story. Let it be said and put on record that it's always been a thing of interest when you need to put your ideas down on paper. Um, when you blink in the dark, only you know what you're doing. The other person cannot know. So I've come to learn that most of our knowledge is lost, and being put on paper means that you begin to sign agreements that will outlive you. So yeah, it's always been a thing of joy. I've always believed that when you blink in the dark, you're the only one who knows what you're doing, because the next person doesn't know you're blinking. So when you have ideas and you don't put it down on paper, you're blinking in the dark, because those ideas could die with you. But if you put it on paper, it begins to resonate over time, outlives you, and people can read your work of art. So it's always been in my mind to put down something on paper. So I found an ally in Tony Ekwoaba, and we said he's in the bench now. That's the George, while I'm in the bar. So he came to see me while I was in law school, Abuja, and we had very interesting things to talk about. And after I was called to the bar, he came and said to me, "Why don't you put those ideas we discussed on paper?" And paper became a legal thriller. And legal thriller, today we have the riveting story of betrayal, of deceit, of seduction, of power, of money, etc. And legal thriller became Testator. And that's where we are today. Well, I was in television before we evolved a movie industry in Nigeria. So, give and take, one should be able to go back in time and say movie industry from 1992 to date. The idea has been there for over 35 years. You know, when you have an idea, it takes time to incubate, start plotting, start putting down the plot, and then begin to apportion roles. So, more than a year to write. Well, I think my book, or our book, because it's a joint uh, effort, we think it's relevant because it's a legal thriller that addresses the niggling issue of will. Most people in their lifetime are always afraid to make wills. And in the context of where we come from, Africa, acquisition of property and over acquisition of property has always been a very, very critical thing, especially when somebody dies intestate, that's without a will. The property now becomes issues of litigation, families. Most buildings you see in Lagos have been subject of litigations for over 20, 30, 40, 50 years after the man who acquired those properties had passed on. The children want to kill each other. The children don't want to see each other. Why would dad give this property to this daughter? Why would dad give this? Why would this? Why would this? So in that kind of situation, you find out that people are willing to go to unfathomable heights to make sure the will is in their favor. People are willing to kill just to acquire the property left by the deceased. So that's why the book is critical and relevant. That it does a man better if in his lifetime he shares out his legacies to sons, daughters, neighbors, external family members, or even to children born out of wedlock. It's very critical. Because if you don't settle, the ones who are alive here, you wouldn't live, you wouldn't even be accepted in the place you think you're going because you never made peace with the ones you have here. What about the ones you're going to meet? So the book is quite relevant and addresses the niggling social issue of will. And because we're Africans, we tell that story from an African perspective with characters you can come to terms with locations and events you can feel and touch. And that's the Testator. What I have been trying to do for quite some time on behalf of myself, my co-author, is to um, align ourselves with Amazon. People have been ordering, that I know, but it's not a structured ordering because we're yet to create the necessary structures to ensure that the money comes to us. So for now, people order from Amazon is delivered. So my take and what I would see happen is we're still looking for contacts and those contacts to Amazon so that if I'm in the United States and I want to go for a book signing, I should be able to call Amazon and say, okay, I will need 500 copies, 1,000 copies, 5,000 copies for this book signing here and here. So that I don't keep on coming back to the United States or any other place I'm going to and I'm carrying boxes of books. I don't think it's good. So for now, that's our platform for distribution, Amazon. But other distribution networks are also welcome, and anybody could suggest how we can get this book because the Testator, I must tell you, is unputdownable. The reviews we've got for a long time says when you start with the first page, you're not going to do any other thing until you get to the last page. It takes you from one page to the other until. And many people cannot wait, like they've told me, to see this turned into a film or a movie. So many things to do. Well, anyone who has a contact to Amazon or any other platform that will give us some relevance can contact me through princekok@yahoo.com, princekok@yahoo.com, or through my Nigerian WhatsApp, um, uh, uh, plus 234-805-225-1923. PrinceKOK@yahoo.com as my email, and then through my Nigerian WhatsApp, plus 234, that's the Nigerian code, 805-225-1923. And again, could also, if you have watched it on this broadcast, you could also get across to us on this broadcast. What we're doing is to ensure that that's one of the primary things that I'm doing, myself and my co-author are doing through ensuring we have readership for the Testator. What we're trying to do is to use it to revive the reading culture in Africa. This is critical, I pointed out here. So, in writing this, we haven't really cut across, financially, gained anything after 2 years of publication. Still paid from my pocket and so on. So, but because I have been a name people could associate with from my movies, and then before I became a lawyer, this is like me plowing back to society, guiding the younger ones. Readers are leaders. It's just obvious. So we want people, because whenever we come to the West and so on, you see people at the train station or bus station, they have one thing, they are bent down, they are reading until the bus or the train comes. We need to bring up younger ones who can read and see reading as a way of the future. Get interested in education. And that's what I'm trying to do. My name is Kanayo or Kanayo, actor, lawyer, and this is art.